Oh, hello there. I'm back from the future. Maybe I had to re-record my introduction. Yeah, you could probably see my Tide to Go pen on my dress. You gotta catch that foundation if you get it on your stuff like right away. Otherwise, she's gonna stain. Oh my god, my hair did too. You know what? Maybe. You know if you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. But like when your hair is lighter and like your eyebrows and like foundation, not foundation, eyebrows and stuff, like they just look like they match your old hair, and then you go dark and they don't. And can I tell you a joke I thought it was hilarious, and it didn't sit with anybody. Nobody thought it was funny. My nephew George made me this gorgeous choker, so I told him that it's George's instead of gorgeous. And maybe that just didn't hit you either. Anyway, today we're gonna be doing sourdough pizza dough. I'm gonna tell you down and I'm gonna show you the next steps because we already did the first steps, but you don't know. So my sourdough, because it's summer and real hot, my sourdough had already rose and went down, so I should have used it earlier. And a little tip is you can keep it, if your basement is cooler, keep it in your basement if you're not gonna get around to it until way later, just so that you could use it at its peak. So we're doing 100 grams of sourdough. And I fed it this morning pretty early at like, I don't know, maybe 7. And then I'm not getting around this till like 5:45 on a really hot day, so it's kind of flattened out a bit. Find out tomorrow if our dough rises. So 100 grams of sourdough. And we have the scale going underneath there. And I do this the day before, per usual with most stuff, so it has time to ferment. Set your starter aside and don't forget to feed it. Now we're doing 10 grams of salt. And just doing the same salt that I usually always use all the time, just a little sea salt. And now we're doing 30 grams of olive oil. I'm just using a cooking, well, we're not cooking, so let's try another one. We'll be cooking in the oven eventually. Let's see what was last time. Bertolli, pretend I said it with an accent. Olive oil, extra virgin, mild taste. We're adding in 30 grams. I didn't actually know about, like they have like a little taste detector there. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, but I've also never bought this before. So got our 30 grams of olive oil. Imagine it wasn't recording this whole time. Sometimes I get paranoid. Okay, and 50 grams of whole wheat flour. You could do all of it white, but I do like that little whole wheat touch. So I just have 5 rows, throwing 50 grams. Got 52. She's close enough. And now you're gonna wanna do 450 grams of all-purpose white flour. Let's get on in there, 450 grams. I wonder if this bowl is going to be a little small. Doesn't happen often, but when you just hit it right on the dot, it's so satisfying. It was only 5 off, so I could have went with it, but it's just satisfying. Now 325 grams of water. And you want to go, as I'm rushing it, slower on the water, because it's hard to take that out. We've got 329, but that's okay. We're done with our scale. So it's pretty quick, actually, for the sourdough. I'd say anyway. Look how sad it is. It's so watery inside. Don't worry, we'll get to that. So you just want to mix it real good. Maybe if you could keep it in the bowl, that's also a little bonus. But it's okay if you can't. Not all of us are tidy. I'm just a messy girl. As you can tell from the makeup on my shirt right now, potentially. So it's kind of a shaky dough right now. I'm gonna get that better mixed in a minute. I'm just gonna do this guy too. Oh yeah, it's nicer to mix in a big bowl. I'll take it. OMG, it is hot today. I don't know why I just did that. The temperatures got me thinking all kinds of crazy. I was unexpectedly outside for like 3 hours today, so I think that heat did me in, and it was hot. Okay, so now we're just gonna give it a nice little mix. Throw a little bit more flour down. It's pretty sticky actually, but it's all good. I think we want that. Okay, so it's pretty well mixed. Since I cut out a lot of it usually, I honestly probably only did it for less than 2 minutes. I'm just gonna throw it back in its bowl, and then we'll do this next guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be mixing this one for 2 minutes. It's probably less for sure. Nice rough mixing, and throw it in its home. And then we're gonna grab something to cover this. Okay, we're gonna just plop these suckers on top. Just satisfies me when it suctions. Like I said, I'm tired. That sun got me good. Yeah, clearly that's not gonna do it. Stop playing my fun game by myself. So now we're just gonna let those sit there for like a half an hour or whatever. If you go longer, that's totally cool too. But for now, I'm gonna say half an hour. Sorry, I just got my hair dyed. It's like, literally, it's fresh to death, as some of the kids say. And it's like all over my face right now. I gotta go in the shower and scrub. So I'm trying to hide it from you guys. The magic of bang. I had to separate it all. Whatever. Shh. Anyway, focus. Okay. So each recipe, I doubled it. So one recipe makes 4 doughs apparently, but I haven't used this recipe in a very long time, so I don't know what size dough. So I'm going to be doing some deep dish tomorrow, and I know like a deep dish pizza takes more dough than usually like a normal recipe would, I guess. Like sometimes when I buy it from the grocery store and you can like split that dough into 2, I usually end up using more than half of it for like a deep dish, just because it's a deep dish. So maybe it's like 4 normal size ones. We'll find out tomorrow. We might have way too much dough, but leftover pizza is always good. My sister's birthday is coming up, so this is gonna be her birthday dinner. Not that she asked for pizza for her birthday, but that's what's happening. So I will be back in a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. And all we're gonna do is a little fold, and then that's it for the night. It's a really actually easy peasy recipe. And you get homemade pizza dough. What's better than that? See you soon. All right, so here we go for the last step of the night. Okay, you got your bowls. This sat for half an hour or longer. I don't know. Now you're just gonna take it, and I would recommend oiling the bowl. I sure didn't. And you're just gonna do a set of stretches, but we're gonna do it in the bowl. You don't have to take it out. You don't have to dirty your counter. So you're just pulling from the sides, and you're pushing it in the middle. And that's it. So I did it a whole time. Now I'm just gonna go around again. And this is it. We're just doing our little stretch. And you can feel it growing some resistance now. All right, I'm gonna cover that sucker back up and skip to the next one. This one's way easier to do it in the bigger bowl, so I guess that's my recommendation to you. The smaller one takes up less room in your fridge, but the bigger one is kind of nicer to work with. And this material is kind of nicer too, because the stuff's not sticking as much. All right, that one was way easier. Okay, sucker's done, cover it up. The last thing for the night is we're gonna put it in the fridge, and you can put it in the fridge from, I believe it was 8 to 36 hours. So I will be putting it in the fridge for, I don't do math, it's like almost 7 o'clock right now. And then I'll take it out tomorrow at like a half an hour before we make it. So that's like 4. So that's that many hours that I'm leaving in the fridge for. And I'll see you tomorrow for the cooking of the pizzas. Hi, so we're back, and it's the next day, and it's like maybe 5 o'clock-ish. We're going with a guess. And it was in the fridge the whole entire time. I took it out a half an hour before I was ready to use it, which is now. It didn't grow. It's real small. That's not the whole thing. So what I'm doing now is I put it in the pan, the one pan I'm going to use for the deep dish, and then I have these in the bowl still, and I have a wheat heat. So this is just like a bean bag. I put it in the microwave for less than a minute, and I'm going to warm it up and hope that it rises a bit and becomes easier to work with. The instructions specifically said take it out a half an hour before, but I really don't think that's long enough because I think it needs way more time to warm up and become, yes, and become easier to use and manage and spread out. Back again, I probably let it sit for maybe another half an hour, and then it was much easier to manage the dough and to spread it out. So now it's filling up the whole pan. Guess I'll tilt you down. Now I'm gonna dress it. We're gonna put some toppings on. Don't judge. My sister picked the toppings. Sorry, I didn't say that with love. My sister, she's sitting right there, picked the toppings. And I'm just not about her topping choices, but that's okay. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do more. Like, I don't know. Like, who doesn't like hot peppers? The
pickle peppers.
Pickle peppers. How to pickle piper pepper. Okay, I'm gonna tilt you down. We're gonna start with some muti with some basil sauce for the pizza. And sometimes, I don't know if it's my brother-in-law who just made a pizza that was super good. My mom makes like the best pizza. And my sister makes the best pizza. Oh my god, there's so many people that just make the best pizza in different ways. Barbecued, oven, whatever. But my brother-in-law made one, and I think he used a pesto instead of a sauce. It was killer. Killer thriller.
Can I say, if you're making a margarita pizza, you would put pesto on the bottom, cheese, and top it with tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's a margarita. So
well,
that would be the pesto.
I think I've been doing my margarita. I always thought it was red sauce. No?
I like a red sauce. We can do the hot peppers.
No, we're doing your birthday pizza.
But we're doing jalapeno pepper.
We're doing a lot of pepper.
Isn't that enough?
Yes, it's too much. When you get too much going on, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel judged.
You are
because
judged.
I just told the whole world I make the worst pizza choices.
It's not the worst. Like, do you want your cheese first or on top? People are particular about that.
I'm not.
I like cheese first. We're using a Gouda cheese, which is my absolute favorite because it's about me and my sister on her birthday, but it's not technically her birthday. So with the deep dish pan, I like to make sure the cheese touches the side because that's when you get your crunchy cheese. And if I was doing this all by myself, I would have way more cheese because I have cheese problems. But like, some people like their toppings on first because then the cheese anchors it down.
Well, with that much cheese, it's anchored down.
Right. There for it. I'm not worried. I'm worried. Okay, so Sissy Poo picked, nope, these are called mushrooms, pan-fried mushrooms, which are super yummy. I like that choice. But like, how many do I do? I don't,
good.
you want to do it? Why don't you make your
good.
own pizza?
I don't want to make my own pizza.
It's her birthday.
I've been told.
Obviously, you don't overdo it, according to Katie.
Don't overdo what?
The toppings.
You don't want a ton of mushrooms.
I think when you have this many things, you just don't want that many things. Oh, darn it.
So it's the deep dish, which can also handle a lot more, as opposed to like a regular flat one.
Yeah, because that would just crumble and tumble.
Yeah.
So this is some black olives. I think it's just, you want black and green?
Yeah.
Irresistibles. I like that choice. Yeah, so far this pizza's looking good. And okay, I'm not the biggest fan of a jalapeno, a raw jalapeno. I like a pickled, or, which I never did, which you guys all do, is pan fried, which makes a huge difference to me. We're doing raw dog jalapenos.
Haven't pan fried them.
I haven't tried it yet.
So good. We're doing green peppers, and I'm not a pepper person. And then we're doing red onion. And this is something my birthday sister taught me, Lolo, is that you can do caramelized onions for your pizza and life. Like, I don't know, omelets, everything we say. And it's like huge. I love it. It's the best. I was gonna say huge game changer, but I say that too much. It's a huge game changer.
Stick it in your hummus.
In your hummus? I've never. Oh, that'd be so good. See how creative she is? Where's her channel? Let's watch her. Now we're doing selection green sliced olives. Oh my gosh, it's so hot with that oven on. There's no need for a knitted vest. No need. Coincidentally, me and my sister almost wore the exact same t-shirt, but I changed it. I didn't want to be a poser. It was a band t-shirt. Okay, and then we have some just chicken sausage, turkey sausage.
Chicken sauce.
Chicken sausage. We love chicken sausage. And if you cared about the Gouda cheese, you might not have what we have, but this is a mature Gouda. This one's my favorite that I've found. I think, what's it called? That place. Costco is a pretty good one too. Okay, so that's it for this pizza. The next piece is gonna be good because I have some pesto and it's gonna have some of these. It'll be even better. Shh, don't tell. Trying to record when you have a room full of kids and adults. Not the best choice on my part. Anyway, so the pizza dough said it made 4 pizzas. I don't know the size, but I'm guessing it's like a smaller size. So I doubled it because I didn't know how many pizzas I was making and how many my family wanted. So that should have made 8 doughs. And maybe they're like a little personal size they were supposed to make, or maybe I feel like realistically, instead of 4, if I was doing a not deep dish, I probably could have gotten 6 pizzas out of this. But because I did a deep dish, we're only getting 3 pizzas because 2 of them are deep dish. And then the one that we're doing on like the stone, so that one's like a smaller round one, which you can get thinner than like a thick one in the pan. So I think if I had to guess, I'd say a recipe could make 3 pizzas if you're doing a smaller one, but for the deep dish, it made it almost used the whole entire recipe for it. And then I took a chunk out of it for the other pizza. I could have used that stove in the deep dish. We'll find out. We'll cook it and we'll see. And it didn't really grow that much. I'm not the happiest about that. So I think if you made it maybe a couple hours before it was ready, but then we also like it fermenting. So if you wanted it to ferment, I'd say put it in the fridge, take it out a lot earlier so it has time to rise and get warm again. And also I think my sourdough starter was part of the problem. So this is a little bit of a video for how things are turning out for me. So maybe I will try a different pizza dough recipe or try it again. I don't know, but the pizza will be good. The dough will be good. I've had this happen before where the dough didn't rise as much as I would have wanted and the pizza was still great. It's edible, it's delicious. So we'll find out. I'm gonna go put it in the oven. I have the oven preheating at, I think 490. I probably could have done 500, and you want your rack on the lowest rack, depending what type of pizza you're making. So we have one going on the stone, I'll let you know how long that takes. And then we have one in the deep dish, which will take longer because it's thicker. And usually for the deep dish, I've learned in the past, I put it on the bottom rack and cook it. And then near the end, I move it to the top because I have had it before where it was a little doughy. And I didn't like that. No one likes that. So I always move it to the top at the end for like maybe another 5 minutes. But I'll report back and I'll show you the pizzas and we'll dress one more together. My mom's making one for the children right now and I think it's just pepperoni and cheese, but she makes the best choices for a topping. I'll make her choose the next ones. Birthday girl Lolo got to select these ones and my mom can select the next one. There is that one. I think it's just sausage, pepperoni, cheese, and wow, you got that dough thin. She did a good job. Yeah, it could definitely make, I'd say 6 or maybe even the 8 if you are good like that. We've got the pizza that just came out of the oven. How long did it go in for? 15 to 20 minutes. We got a nice bubble there. Y'all see that? Is that the sourdough power? Oh wow, that came out really weird. Whatever, sourdough power is gonna fix what I said. And we'll take a little peek-see at the bottom. I don't think I normally cook my dough that long, to be honest. All right, we're back, and that was in the oven for, mine was like 15 minutes. So this is what this pizza looks like. It's a piping hot, it just came out. And the bottom is nicely done. I don't know. Every night with the other pizza. And I'm just gonna throw this in the olive oil in the big pan, man. And we're gonna spread it out. You can't see because you're on me. It'll, I guess, probably stretch quicker because the pan is still hot and it was just in the oven at 500 degrees for like 15 minutes. But if you find it's giving you resistance, just let it sit, like right now. Just let it sit for a few minutes and then we'll come back and stretch it again. So we're gonna come back.
Crunchy crust. I like crunchy stuff.
He likes crunchy crust and crunchy stuff. All right, so now I'm just gonna hold it up and let it drop a little, stretched out. And the warm pan is helping because usually it would take longer. The dough is still a bit cool though. I could feel it on my fingers. No talking.
It's not recording so long.
And she's back. We're doing pizza sauce again. All right, we're throwing a little bit of pesto on there. My mom says it's normal to put pesto on top of pizza sauce. I don't know if that's normal. And then we're gonna throw on our cheesy, our Gouda. I like Gouda. Oh yeah, cheesy caliente. I kind of squished it in, try to stretch that dough out again because it's shrinking up again, as you can tell. Oh yeah, get that cheese to weigh it down. Me and Griffin would have the same vibes for this. And then we're adding the chicken sausage again. A couple red onions with some sauce on them apparently. And on half of it, we're doing some, I don't know what it's called all of a sudden. It is olive bruschetta? I don't know. Surprised no one's correcting me. So maybe I got it right.
Bruschetta.
There we go. Some capers on half of it. I don't know. Do people like capers? Sometimes. Oh my gosh, I judged your pizza topping so harshly, but I'm not too sure about this. Some, whatever these things are called. There we go. Yeah, everyone's just helping me out. Can't do this alone. We'll do the mushrooms again because we got them. Get on there. Like, I like it pan-fried everything over raw. Like, whatever. And then we're doing some roasted red peppers. I was looking for the answer. Figured it out. Roasted red peppers, which if you're ever rinsing them off, hot tip for my mom, don't use soap. We learned. So silly. Anything else? Anyone? Or like, do you do more bruschetta?
Beauty.
Is it? We don't know. I wish you dressed it. I wish you dressed it. Is that good for real? Whatever. No one's picking. All right. In the oven, 500 for like, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes.
Wow, this has been my most exciting birthday ever.
Ever. Actually? Wait, I forgot that you had to light it before singing. 6, are you 7, are you 8, are you 9, are you 10?
Okay.
She's
about
over
10
it.
later. About four of those. Okay.
Okay.
She's not 50.
Are you 40?
Boy. So this is the last pizza. This is how it turned out. Maybe his hand is always in here. It's a mystery. It's Catherine Senior.
Be quiet, Mom.
Me? Oh, I was just pointing out that she's in trouble. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it. Maybe I'll show you. Maybe I won't. There's that hand again. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. And my sister's birthday. Have a great my sister's birthday. My mom wants me to ask if you want to learn a trifle because she thinks this is an interactive YouTube all of a sudden. And I don't just have grade 3s watching. Anyway.
You just want your mom to make it.
Well, I would have to make it unless she wants to go on the TV. It's not called the TV. There's the bottom of the pizza if we care. That's how it turned out. There's all the pizzas. The end. Thanks for watching. Happy birthday. Enjoy your trifle.